Good afternoon. It's me again, Mr. White Nigger Trash of the White Nigger capital of Canada, Ottawa, Ontario. Now, I put up a film last night. I got a lot of heat over it from my daughter and my kid, so she took it down. So I have to do this all over again. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to start all over again, all right? So I am Mr. White Nigger Trash, and welcome to my world. We're going to start off with my business card, okay? And so the business card, you've all read it. It says things. So I'm going to elaborate for you and let you know what this is all about. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a former gun runner, okay, and drug dealer. You see this car? These are the cars we ran when we were running guns and drugs, okay? Now you look at this car's sitting pretty, okay? She's an 85 Buick, she's got a 307 4-barrel, 4-speed auto, posi rear end in her, she hauls ass, this car, okay? So anyways, she's got about 400 pounds worth of steel in the trunk of her, okay? And she's sitting real nice, okay? This is what the kind of cars we used. Now my brother, he used to run a Chrysler New Yorker. I think it had a 460 in it or a 440. I don't know. It was all motor, okay? It was orange with a white vinyl roof. It was slick, the car, and he was running cigarettes and booze out of the fucking Indian, you know what I'm talking about, cops, right? You know all about it. So we got that down. Now, I'm a drug dealer. Yes, I'm a drug dealer and I'm a gun runner. FBI and RCMP confirmed. Well, gotta tell you, boys and girls, this is all the cops, okay? So anyways, I'm at the Ogdensburg border. I get a job with Eagle Transport. And we're in Ogdensburg. They check out the old man. He's cool. They check me out. Next thing you know, they have their guns pointed at my head and they're gonna fucking shoot me. Because the FBI, because the RCMP and the Ottawa Police told the FBI that I was a gun runner and a drug dealer. They almost shot me that night, okay? They were peeing their pants. They thought they had fucking Al Capone himself, okay? These motherfuckers were gonna kill me because of you fucking pigs, all right? Next. Suicidal, violent, no regard for human life, Ottawa Police confirmed. Well, let me enlighten you, okay? Suicidal, we'll start with that. Now it's 24 years. My kid will be 25 in December. 18 years prior to that, I'm accused of a traffic violation which never occurred. A Muslim crosswalk guard accused me of driving through a crosswalk with children in it. I'm a professional driver. I drive through that corner at least fucking 20 times, if not more, plus a day driving my daughter back and forth to school. Next thing you know, I'm getting a call from Scott Stewart saying that he wanted to know what happened and that he was going to make a report because he didn't like my answer because I wasn't guilty of anything. I was never charged with anything. But Scott Stewart and James Devine decide to go back 18 years and say, oh, Kim died of a drug overdose. Oh, he's fucking suicidal. So what do? They go back to 18 years. So let me tell you about it. Let's see now. I'm married to an alcoholic wife. Oh fuck, let's stop there for a second. Let's go back a bit. I was murdered when I was 4 years old, sexually molested by my mother's brother, Russell McDonald. My mother's name is Shirley McDonald. She's an ancestral fucking bitch. I can't wait till she dies. So anyways, now that you know how broken I am, and I'm broken since I'm 4 years old, I'm 58, so you have to understand my personality, okay? I grew up behind bars. I never went to school. They locked me up because I was a fucking animal when I was a kid, okay? There was no boundaries with me, and nobody fucking scares me, man. I scare me. The only person that scares me is me. So anyways, we got the suicidal part done. This is what happened. I watched my father be murdered at the General Hospital by the nurse. I'm married to an alcoholic and I'm having a kid that I don't want. Next thing you know, I'm finding my brother was also sexually molested and he was murdered again when he was, what, 5 or 6, who fucking knows. He told me that night on Morissette Avenue, and we shared, and he went home and he killed himself after I released him of his shame and his burden. So I get to find my brother melted to the floor of his fucking house with the heater on full blast, where they had to cut the carpet to remove his body. He'd been there for 2 weeks. So after he told me what happened, his drive home, he was driving to the gallows. I can just imagine what was going through his mind. And when I cry, I don't cry for me. I cry for my brother. Okay? That drive from Ottawa to fucking Vankleek and Dalkeith, whatever, and then he killed himself. That must have been one hell of a fucking walk to the gallows. But anyways, this is my life, people, okay? I'm cursed from the day I was born. My name is Kimberly Lynn Riesbeck. My birth certificate says I'm a fucking woman, okay? I don't particularly like women, okay? I haven't met a woman yet that I like and I can barely stand, all right? But anyways, that's another fucking story all in itself. So, violent. Well, I'm not a violent man. I grew up in violence and abuse. Absolutely, I'm an abused child and I come from violence, okay? They locked me up, like I said. I was going after Control X. I had proxy. I had 150 applications where I was representing 150 people at 2880 Carling Avenue. Control X Corporation owned it. So they brought in some weasel white boy. They moved him in beside me because he was a troubleshooter, because he wanted to make trouble for me to get me out of the building, because I had everybody and their fucking brother up Control X's ass. So you're talking about building engineers, the police, the fire department, you name it, they were all over Control X. You know, I had them put a fucking transformer up on the top of the building just independently for the fucking elevator. Anyways, that's another story. So anyways, one morning I'm in a good mood. I'm having my coffee, the elevator door opens, and who's standing there? White boy and his fucking Arab friend. He says to me, "Your music's on too loud." Now this has been going on for 6 months, okay? I've been dealing with this fucking guy, okay? But I turned my cheek, right? Like God says, like you say, turn the cheek, walk away. 6 months of that. Anyways, the elevator door opens, he's standing there, the music's on. As the door's closing, he calls me, "You faggot." Well, by fuck, he said the wrong thing to me, okay? So anyways, I kicked the door. He opened the door. When he opened the door, I punched him in the fucking face with my coffee cup, and I grabbed him by the scruff of the neck in the shirt so he wasn't running. And I took out 3 of his fucking teeth on the first punch. Then the coffee cup broke. Now it's a broken ring on my hand. And you want to know something really funny? It was shape of a question mark. And when that motherfucker turned after the first punch, I punched him in the back of the fucking head. And now this motherfucker has a scar in the back of his head of a question mark. How do I know this? My lawyer showed me the pictures from the hospital. That's how I know this, okay? So anyways, being such a tough guy and, you know, a shaved head, kickboxer, he's nothing but fucking muscle and power, he picked on the wrong fucking guy, okay? And I did him. I did him in real good. So this motherfucker, from the rest of his life, every time he looks in the mirror and brushes his teeth, he's gonna see my face. And he's gonna know that he poked the fucking stick at the wrong snake. Okay, because I can slither around with the fucking bestie on the ground, okay? Be under no illusion about me. So anyways, he's so tough, he has to call the fucking cops on me and cry to them that I fucking did him. Fine, I'm arrested. They let me out at 11 o'clock that night. Kim promised to appear, be good. I go home. Next thing you know, in the morning, it's around 11 o'clock in the morning, the cops are knocking on my door. Open the door, what's up, boys? Fuck, didn't we just go through this yesterday? Kim, we're not here because of what happened. We're here to fucking congratulate you, pat you on the back, you know what I mean? Because we heard what you did to white boy last night, they said. And this motherfucker, he's hurt young kids and stuff. And you served him well. They're congratulating me for fucking punching out white boy. Okay, I got $300 fine, blah, 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 probation. You know the thing. I made the deal with the judge. It was, what, 3 years? Probation, don't hurt anybody. And then the judge says to me, if you're good for 3 years and you don't do anything and don't hurt anybody, we won't use this against you in the future. I said, well, that's a pretty good fucking deal. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that deal. I'll be good. I won't do anything for 3 years. And I didn't. Up until white boy came along. And then when white boy came along, I did him. And then the cops turn around and say I'm violent. So they're using it against me, even though the judge said they wouldn't use it against me, they're still using it against me. So what is it? The judge is a fucking liar? The cops are fucking liar? Or is just collusion to fuck every one of us that you can to make yourself feel some self-importance and hide behind your title. That's all you are. So anyways, where do we go from this? Oh, right, I have no regard for human life. Well, that's fucking bullshit, cops. Scott Stewart, James Devine, suck me off, okay? I gave up my career. I went bankrupt. I gave up everything. My lawyer wanted $17,000 to get custody of my kid. So when I gave up everything, I went bankrupt. I applied for legal aid and I got it. And you motherfuckers paid the $17,000 for me to get custody of my daughter. Okay? Yous paid it. Melanie was born December 3rd. I had sole custody of her on March 5th, right in my living room. She was delivered to me in my living room, and I took custody of her. I love that kid, okay? But things are a lot stressed out now, and to be honest with you, she grew up to be a beautiful, lovely young woman. She's a professional. She makes 40 grand a year. I did good by her. I sacrificed my life for her. She saved my life from drugs. But because of all of this going on now in my life, right at this very moment, when she called me this morning and she was upset with me about the tape that I put up last night, I eliminated her from my life. I told her I never want to fucking hear from her again. I don't want to see her. I wrote to her on Facebook in the last, 5 minutes? Her history with me is gone and destroyed. Are you happy, Scott Stewart and James Devine, Jim Watson? Are you happy, you fucking sycophants, for feeding off of me? Because, see, I'm a man of my convictions. And when I say something, I fucking mean it. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. I don't talk about it, I fucking do it. So my daughter is gone. I never want to hear from her again. Are you getting the message, Scott Stewart and James Devine? Are you happy now? Are you excited? Do you have a hard-on right now, James Devine and Scott Stewart of the Ottawa Police Department? Are you getting this? You fucked up my life. I'm pissed off. You owe me. And I'm gonna fucking collect. You hearing me, Scott Stewart and James Devine? I don't give a shit how I collect, but I'm gonna fucking collect all the damages you've done to me and my family. So, where do we go from there? White nigger trash. Oh, by the way, this suicidal, violent, no regard for human life, this is in Scott Stewart's professional opinion. And you want to know something? This guy never fucking met me in his life. The day he met me was the day he sold me the police report at the fucking Greenbank police station. Then, when he realized who was standing on the other side of that fucking window, he bitched out and he did the fucking disappearing act, knowing full well he fucked me and he had no right to fuck me, okay? But that's his medical professional. I called him up. I said, what are your medical credentials to be able to condemn me the way you did? He said he didn't have any medical credentials. Okay, so you cops, all of you fucking cops, are backing up your brother in blue, okay? Knowing full well he fucked up my life. But not one of you have the balls to do anything about it. You're all fucking cowards. Where do we go from here? Well, I'm a convicted criminal now. Let me tell you about that. So anyways, I'm getting my Class A Z license and, whoa, I gotta calm down. I'm getting my Class A Z license. I'm at the Pinecrest Community Center getting, and a white civil servant calls me white nigger trash under her breath. She called me white nigger trash. This fucking douchebag bitch. Okay? That's where Mr. White Nigger Trash came from. Okay? Now I've become Mr. White Nigger Trash, as you can see on my card. Okay? See on my card? White Nigger Trash? That's what you say I am? That's what I'm gonna be till the day I fucking die. So, That's civil servant confirmed, okay? You got civil servants here, man. They know fucking everything. They got the crystal ball, the whole 9 yards. Convicted criminal. I go to professional standards, and Linda Pestian is supposed to help me. It took me 14 months to find out what was actually said about me. They said to me when I called them after I found, they said, Kim, oh, we're too sorry, man. You only had 6 months to file a complaint. Not anywhere in professional standards literature does it say you only have 6 months to file a complaint. So we're set up to lose. I'm losing, okay? What the fuck, eh? So, once I sell my van, I gave $2,000 to my lawyer. My lawyer wrote a letter of vindication to me on February 18th, which I posted, which I told Linda Pestian to read. She never read it. She made me wait, hung me out on a string, and at the last moment she told me there was nothing she could fucking do about it, and she wasn't going to do anything about it, and she was going to let it stand. Well, I went fucking ballistic, and I turned her into a whore having sex with farm animals on Twitter. I got myself arrested. 3 counts, $300 fine for turning her into a whore. It's still on Twitter, and I'm not taking it down. So am I a convicted criminal? Absolutely. Do I care? No. So where do we go from here? I'm a drug addict. Well, let's see now. Drug addict. I've been doing drugs since I was 8 years old. They've had me on all kinds of medication. They turned me into a morphine addict where I spent, a couple of years on the sofa. It was so bad when I finally was able to walk, I crawled around on the floor like a dog on my hands and knees because I couldn't stand up because I have 4 cracked discs in my back. One's a herniated disc, and I have sciatica. So that was a long haul. They turned me into a morphine addict. I came off it with Melanie because I went to the Royal Ottawa. They told me to fuck off in no uncertain terms. I went home. I went through withdrawal on morphine and all the drugs I was on with my daughter. She got me through. It took 4 or 5 months. It took a long time. And I'm still not over it. You know what I mean? I'm a drug addict today. I'm doing Valium now to keep me calm and keep me in check. A saboteur. They say I'm a saboteur. Well, Green Bank Police come to me, or actually they came to the building at Control-X Corporation when I was fighting with them and fucking them from 3 ways from Sunday. They say that they have witnesses saying that I threw 4 gallons of used oil into the outdoor pool at Control-X. This is what they said. They had witnesses. So me and my lawyer, we go to the witness's apartment. You can't even see the fucking swimming pool from their apartment. Now, these 2 Muslim fucking witnesses that they had were full of shit. My lawyer knew it. They fucking knew it. They tried to set me up and use the cops to fucking bring me down. It costs Control-X $30,000 with hazmat to remove all that oil and empty that pool. I didn't do that, okay? I think Claude did it, to be honest with you. Split personality disorder with a vigilante mentality. Well, as you know, and I just said earlier, I'm broken. Okay, I was murdered when I was 4. So, I have no respect for people in authority whatsoever. None. You can't even sell me it. I won't buy it. I don't want to hear it. You have no credibility with me. Anybody in authority, you're all abusers, okay? That's how I view you. Vigilante mentality. Well, you know, son, man, I come from the streets of Montreal. Everything I know is street justice, okay? I was beat up by the cops at Station 10. You know what I mean? I've been in every juvenile detention center on the island of Montreal by the time I was 9. I'm in maximum security Shawbridge at 10, where I went after a corrupt cop and his wife, and I got them. I destroyed everything, and I fenced off anything of value. So I made it to maximum security Shawbridge for all us no good unwanted kids, right? Where I led a riot and a prison breakout over some fucking psychologist, okay? And so we're young, we're kids, we barricade ourselves in the art room. We have the little ones sit in the corner because we're just children, right? And we have the door barricaded. We got those big heavy wooden chairs used to have in school. And the SWAT team, Quebec, the Sûreté, are on the other side of the door telling us to surrender. And, you know, as little children, we were not afraid. All fear was lost that night. And we said, come on in. And they came in. And we fought with them. They saved me to last because I was the ringleader, because when I was fed up with that fucking psychologist and I stood up, everybody stood up, okay? And that guy almost shit his pants and he ran for his fucking life from me for his fucking mind games. So you want to say I'm broken? Yes, I am severely broken, okay? Nobody can fix me. No drugs will fix me, okay? I just keep myself in check and go by the grace of the Lord, all right? Am I a vigilante? Yes, I have a bad habit of taking the law into my hands because I only know street justice. Do you know, like when you get really pissed off, you just take a can of lighter fluid, put it on a tire for what? Less than a second? You fire it up, you walk away. You burn the car down in fucking what? 3 seconds? The car goes up, you let the tire do it all for you. Anyways, that's a different story, okay? These are the things that I'm like. Does not play well with others. You're right, I don't. I've worked for so many abusive people and greedy people and Jews and people that just so fucking money hungry. I don't like them, so I don't get along with them anymore. And no, I don't play well with others because I don't particularly like anybody. I can have a handful of people I might be able to say I love, okay? Unfortunately, today, my daughter is not one of them because she turned on me. And cops, are you happy now? Are you happy that I turned on my daughter and got rid of her out of my life? And I destroyed all the photos, all the pictures. I erased everything. She doesn't exist anymore. Do you understand what I'm telling you, pigs? Eh? This is how far you fucking push me. Okay? And I can go further, but I'm not gonna let that surprise you. So, this is the end of this. We're gonna change it now. Mayor Jim Watson, I was out yesterday, you fucking cocksucker. I put out over 1,000 of these babies for you. You and the cops, over 1,000. It's too hot today, it's Canada Day, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna get down there when it cools off and I'm gonna bang it out again all night long for you. I wonder how many phone calls you guys are gonna get, the cops in City Hall. You think I may be jeopardizing somebody's life by putting out these cards and you guys are too following me to help somebody else? I hope not. But remember, you did this, Scott Stewart and James Devine. You did this. Mayor Jim Watson, you're a prick, okay? Remember when I came and I saw you and I wanted your help just to talk to the chief of police? You send your two bum buddies into the room. They tell me, Kim, lie about don't tell them anything about your past. Lie about your past. That was their wisdom from the mayor's office. Next thing you know, I'm getting a letter in the mail from Tara LaFleur of Corporate Security of City Hall, telling me that I was escorted out of the City Hall by their security, and there's a $2,000 bounty on my head. Jim Watson, you're a lying motherfucker, man. You picked up because you were afraid of me. You didn't want to have to talk to me, so you made up a lie to Tara LaFleur and you colluded to keep me out of City Hall because you're fucking peeing your pants over me, because you're afraid to talk to me. I'm just a human being. I'm not an animal, even though you may say I am, and most people do say I am. I am quite nice and quite pleasant, if you catch me on a good day. I can be very accommodating. I had one woman tell me I was so accommodating, I scared the shit out of her because I was so accommodating. Because you made me cold-blooded. I don't feel anything. You did this to me, cops, and all you civil servants. So don't blame me. You just look in the fucking mirror and you know who's to blame for me. Jim Watson, you're gonna get yours. It won't be from me. I'm not threatening you. But Jim Watson, one day you're gonna be walking down the street when you're no longer the mayor and somebody is gonna fucking do you. And gonna do you in big time. Street justice, Mayor Jim Watson, you fucking cocksucker. And I might see you today, motherfucker.